Actually, did you guys see Stewie responded? Stewie responded about the you know the situation, the laughing at Caitlyn, and she's actually gone and responded to it. And I mean this, where I'm like this was we've seen the viral image so many times. We've seen the viral image. Like, she's responded here, and you can see Sandy Brondellow, the coach of the New York Liberty, is clapping. The coach of the Liberty is literally out there clapping. And, like, sometimes at this stage, there's no more like treating Caitlin Clark like she's the boogeyman. Like, it's not if you say Caitlin Clark's name 3 times, you get kicked out of the league anymore. But, like, at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to admit, okay, yeah, it's it's just, you just got to laugh sometimes. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are so close to 50k. We're only 400 subscribers off 50k, lads. Like, we are so close. But Stewie did actually respond today in a press conference. So let's take a listen right here.
Maybe it was asked, so apologies if it was, but the moment with Caitlyn in the second quarter, like, how did you look back on that?
The fact Stewie is still laughing right now. The fact Stewie's still laughing about it right now is kind of crazy.
Moment, did you get a lot of texts from friends or DMs?
No.
How do you react to that? Yeah.
I mean, I think, like, in the moment, it was like shot clock was going down, right? I know she wants to go left to shoot the 3, so trying to be as close as I can, but she was deep out there, and when she made it, she was just kind of like laughing, and I was laughing. Like, it was a great shot. It was a tough shot, and it's one of those ones where you're like, when you go to the other end.
She did the meme. She did the meme. She did the Van Lith meme.
Like, it was a great shot. It was a tough shot, and it's one of those ones where you're like,
She did the Van Lith meme. She did the Van Lith meme. Oh my god. Fair.
Like, when you go to the other end, and I'm happy. I'm seeing a lot of great sportsmanship. About that.
But yeah, like, this is this is one of those, this reminds me a little bit of the Taurasi moment. Like, everybody has always said this, that the game that changed everything for Caitlyn's perception was the Mercury game last year. When they went, like, absolutely out of their way. Like, Taurasi, Griner went out of their way to, like, Caitlyn told Stewie, this is my league now. I wouldn't be surprised if something similar happened to that. Like, she is known as one of the biggest trash talkers in the game. But, like, that was kind of the moment when, realistically, I think it became acceptable for WNBA players to not just hate on Caitlyn Clark. Like, we can be honest. Do we not remember last year, right before that game had happened, we were hearing Stewie talk about how Caitlyn Clark is not Rookie of the Year because it's not her. She's not an all-around player. Basically all she does is shoot threes. She's not an all-around player. And I'm like, nobody is. Realistically, it's not a it's not a bad thing anymore to, not think that Caitlyn Clark is the scum of the earth, to not think that she's ruined the league. And this is another moment that's a big thing. Caitlyn Clark is leaving the Fever. I don't see her ever leaving Indiana, to be honest, unless it just goes, everything's a disaster. But, like, there's sometimes you just can't help but laugh. Hey, we've seen the Hailey Van Lith meme. We've seen the Van Lith meme where she just shrugs her shoulders. So with stuff like that, it's like, basketball is basketball, and look, it is the greatest show in sport right now. It is the greatest show in sport. And I think the more people try to fight it, the worse it's going to be for the league. Because nobody's not watching, like, the Fever because fans criticize Caitlin Clark. What they're not doing is watching other teams because of it. Because of all this anti-Caitlin Clark stuff. The fans weren't not watching Caitlin because of that. The fans were specifically only watching Caitlin because of that. And I think that it's something that a lot of people don't put enough thought into, that how badly the WNBA have done, how badly WNBA players a year ago showed out for their league, especially when it was at the very start, with people talking about it. People talking about it. And yeah, we've now got Breanna Stewart out there post-practice today in a video from the local W, talking about it in a positive way, talking about the interaction in a positive way. And it's all around a big one. It genuinely is a big thing for WNBA. And look, and this is one of the things people don't understand, where it's you don't have to embrace a player necessarily. You don't have to go out there, and a lot of people are like, oh, they should people want them to just make it easy for Caitlin Clark, where it's you don't have to do that, nor should you do that. But what the players should always have done is not fought against Caitlin Clark. And you don't have to embrace Caitlin Clark. You don't have to be friends with Caitlin Clark. You don't have to even be positive around Caitlin Clark. But what you can't do is go against, try to build against Caitlin Clark. You don't have to build everything around Caitlin Clark. However, the WNBA going out of their way to build against Caitlin Clark is it didn't do the greatest. It didn't do the greatest. And now you're looking at these players when it comes to players in the league. There's no old fans that are out there talking about Taurasi in a negative way. There's no real old fans that are talking about Stewie in a negative way, really. There's no real old fans that are out there talking about a lot of individual players, because they're not out there actively just trying to hate on a player for no reason. You could see last year, Angel Wilson in a press conference went out of absolutely nowhere. And just started criticizing Caitlin Clark in an interview before a game. Well, I don't even think she was asked about Caitlin Clark. She just criticized Caitlin. And I'm that was the type of stuff we were hearing last year, where it was a refusal to even talk about her basketball, just to go at her. And now you're at least seeing it be basketball. Because let's be real. Again, Stewie doesn't even have to be the most pro Caitlin player in the world. But at the end of the day, you treat Caitlin like she's just another star in the league. If you don't like her, cool. But at the end of the day, players not making it their mission to try to diminish what she said diminish what she's done is big.